Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a trade recap for you today of how I made around $10,000 today. I think exactly $10,150, I believe, if you do the math. But yeah, ended up taking longs on the nasdaq as well as on gold across all of my XFA accounts. So last night on in Asia session last night, ended up making 5K on gold and then 5K here on NQ on longs. And this was actually a very similar setup to the gold trade. It was basically literally like the same exact thing. So we're going to be breaking this down as well as what I saw. Both NQ and gold are trending at all-time highs. So trading it right now is very, very simple. Also, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as hit that like button. Really helps the channel grow. But yeah, make sure to watch this video all the way until the end as well, because there's going to be so much value in here that I will drop, and I promise you, you're going to get something out of this video. No matter if you're already profitable, if you're unprofitable, doesn't matter. You're going to learn something from this video, I promise you. All of that aside, let's get right into the trade recap. Alright, so if we actually take a look at my NQ chart, here was the trade that I took for NQ in the AM session. Pretty much here, if we go on the higher time frame, actually let me throw this into replay mode here. 1 second. Throw it into replay, and I'll go over exactly pretty much what I saw right from the 10 a.m. open. As you guys know, I start trading at 10 a.m. Eastern time, either 10 to 11 a.m. or 2 to 3 p.m. or 6 to 7 p.m. usually. Those are my best times just because it's that 4-hour candle open. So let's just go over the higher time frame real quick. What did I see? If we look at the weekly time frame, my bad, this chart's going to be a little bit messy because of this text, but weekly market is literally designed to go higher, right? So weekly, we're super bullish. If we look at the daily, we're closing bullish as well, right? I'm always looking at the candle closures. Actually, no, I'm tripping. Previous day did not close bullish, but we were holding a bullish fair value gap here on the daily time frame. So I saw this as like a fair value gap here, an imbalance that got rebalanced. So you guys know I like to mark that up just like that. Plus 1 DR, daily unfilled fair value gap, got wicked into, rebalanced, right? So right here we actually had all-time highs. Let's draw that up. I know in replay mode, trading view shows you what happened like the same day, but this was my main draw on liquidity here, higher time frame. We had the all-time highs right there. If we go on the lower time frame, let's go down to the 4-hour now. Oh, also on the daily time frame here. Or actually, let's see ES. Do we have any daily SMT? I believe we don't. No, we don't, but there's probably a breaker block here on the 4-hour. I believe, yeah. So that's what this box was actually. We had a breaker block right here on the 4-hour time frame as well. Just another confluence. You can see, let me get rid of this actually. Chart's hella messy right now. Hold up, let's clean this up a bit. All right, so you can see this blue box. This was the breaker block here as well. So let's see, let's mark this out. Low, high, lower, low, took out liquidity as well as rebalanced EQ of this range. OTE tapped as well. I know the OTE is not drawn out, but bro, I just see it straight up. You can see that OTE was tapped. Run higher, displacement above, retap. Strong ass wicks out, right? Wicks out of the breaker once, twice. Strong closures on the 4-hour, right? I did not even think of shorting. Just higher time frame, super bullish narrative. And for me personally, I only like to take trades that align with my higher time frame narrative. I really like focusing a lot on the 4-hour, daily, weekly, monthly chart. Really develop yourself a very strong narrative and bias, which then you can go on the lower time frames. Let's go down to the hourly. Let's see what we actually saw here on the hourly. Same thing pretty much. We saw that we were kind of closing above the structure. We actually had a breaker block right here on the hourly as well. You can see how we wick into it, reject. Wick into it, reject once, reject twice, reject 3 times, which actually my entry was around here. And also here on the 4-hour time frame, my entry was based off of a SMT as well as a 4-hour unfilled fair value gap that got rebalanced. So here we had an unfilled 4-hour gap, which you can see once we wicked into it, huge ass reaction out. And this was actually low of day that we ended up catching. If I ended up holding this trade, I would have made around $15,000. But I did just want to take my 10K day, honestly, because I was already up from Asia. Looking back at this, super clean narrative to hold a trade like this. Definitely in the future, I will be holding longer, but I just took my 1 to 4. I didn't want to get too greedy. I mostly just wanted to secure my 10K a day. This ended up going 1 to 10 towards all-time highs, which was a clear draw. Or my bad, all-time highs was right here. Absolutely beautiful trade idea. Ended up catching low of day, and there was actually a SMT right here as well. But yeah, also I ended up just taking 1 to 4 because didn't want to get too greedy here. But yeah, overall idea ended up playing out all the way towards my external draw on liquidity, which was all-time highs, which in the future you guys will see I will hold it a bit longer. But today, like, I was already up in Asia. I just wanted to secure another base hit in AM and just call it a day. I didn't really want to hold through all this, but looking back at it, absolutely beautiful. And market maker buy model played out basically like textbook. It couldn't have played out more beautifully than this. After this 4-hour rebalance, SMT was in. We also had some standard deviations. We were rejecting 1.5 standard deviation here of this accumulation range. If we pull our standard deviation, all that I see is this most obvious accumulation here. We'll put our fib on. You can pull a fib. You can see the reactions we kind of have. But yeah, we didn't end up tapping the -2 standard deviation, but we did have the -1.5 as well. But the main things that this trade was actually based off of was this unfilled 4-hour for value gap that got rebalanced, as well as this SMT here. So if we actually take a look right here, let's see, where was that SMT? SMT was right here. So you can see ES. Oh wait, you actually can't see because you can't see my ES chart. You can see right here, ES did not take out this low, but NQ did. So if we take a look here and here, you can see NQ swept out that low. And also I just entered off of the SMT. I had a pretty tight stop around 50 ticks. But yeah, this would be a little bit more of a riskier entry. But when I have super high confidence in a setup, it is just worth the risk to reward pretty much to just enter straight off of the SMT. As well as when we had that 4-hour rebalance, that's what gave me very, very high confidence in the setup. But yeah, you can see NQ took out this low, ES did not, causing a divergence in price. And you can see how the SMT kind of slingshotted us higher, as well as we had an imbalance here on the 4-hour, which got rebalanced. That's one of my favorite things, is using those unfilled gaps, because when they get rebalanced, right when they get wicked into, you can see we can have big ass reactions off of it, because those imbalances, those unfilled gaps, there's a lot of orders sitting there. It is basically like a liquidity pool pretty much as well. So that combined with the SMT, combined with the higher time frame, very clear draw on liquidity towards all-time highs. This was the trade that I ended up taking. Looking back at this, definitely could have held it a bit longer. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to take my 10 racks and just call it a day. Most obvious high would have been right here as well for a 1 to 5. But yeah, I'll still take it. Beautiful, beautiful base hit. And that's pretty much it for the trade recap. I don't want to keep you guys too long. If you're a trader right now that's still not funded, if you haven't gotten a prop firm payout yet, or you're just struggling with consistency, or if you're brand new, or if you're totally lost, I currently have an offer right now where I guarantee to work with you one-on-one until you're funded over 6 figures with prop firms and receive your first ever prop firm payouts. So link to apply to that is the first link in the description if you're interested. If you're interested, you can fill out that form, and if you're a good fit for the program, then I'll reach out to you. And yeah, if you're not serious though, don't apply. Don't waste my time. I only like working with people who are serious, because serious traders deadass get the best results, and that's when I can really put the most of my time into helping them pretty much one-on-one. But yeah, overall, thank you for watching. Until next time, love you all. Hit that like button. Comment below as well how you guys did today. It is Monday today. It is October 6th, 2025. So comment how you guys did today. Did you guys end green, red, break even? Even if you had a red day, just understand it literally does not matter. Long term, if you know that you have a statistic edge in the market, you're chilling. You don't even gotta worry, bro. As long as you have green weeks, green months, and that's your main focus, then you're gonna be good long term. And yeah, love you all. Peace out.